Hi, my name is Nicole Nazario. I'm here to talk to you about the West Nile virus, horses affected in Puerto Rico. Besides injuries inflicted in races and colics, infectious diseases is one of the main reasons why our horses die early in their life cycles. They can be transmitted from horse to horse as well as with the help of vectors like mosquitoes. Mosquitoes live in very specific climates where they can breed and grow effectively. They transmit many diseases like dengue, malaria, and one that is most commonly seen in horses, the West Nile virus. We will discuss the origin, process of transmission, and symptoms of the West Nile virus, as well as some steps that can be taken at home to prevent your horses from getting infected. The Caribbean Sea surrounds approximately 700 islands, islets, reefs, and cays. Most of the islands are subregions of North America, but they also include French, English, and Dutch territories. The Caribbean enjoys year-round sunshine, which is divided into dry and wet seasons, 6 month periods. Puerto Rico is one of the biggest islands in the Caribbean and one of U.S. Commonwealth. With its occasional hurricane threat and non-stop rainy days, the sun is always out, making the island's climate mostly hot and humid. The humidity and precipitation around the island makes it easy for bugs like mosquitoes to live in the island almost year-round. The Calicidea, or better known as a mosquito, are the main carriers for some of the deadliest diseases known to man. Even though they are as small as a paperclip, mosquitoes are the main cause of millions of deaths every year, this including human and animal casualties. Most of the casualties are to children, elderly, cattle, horses, and birds. There are many different species of mosquitoes around the world. One of them is a culex. The culex can carry anything from encephalitis, filarias, and the one we'll be focusing on, the West Nile virus. The West Nile virus is transmitted by mosquitoes, which causes flu-like symptoms or swelling of the brain, also known as encephalitis. The virus is most commonly seen in birds, horses, and humans. It can be fatal for both humans and horses, but in some horses it may not develop even after they have been infected. Usually it starts in birds. The mosquito feeds off the bird and acquires the virus, later on infecting other mammals as it feeds off them, as shown in the figure. The virus is mostly seen between the months of May through October. Data from the Equine Veterinary Service in Kentucky show that in 2004, there were cases all over the U.S. of WMB. During that same time, WMB was detected in the island, but just in birds. A few years later, in 2007, Puerto Rican local news announced that the virus had been detected in the southwest area of the island, but this time in horses. Veterinarians detected the virus in 5 horses, and weeks later, 11 horses died due to WMB. 3 months later, around 60 horses were infected. After a horse has been infected, it will take 5 to 15 days to show any symptoms. Since the virus targets the central nervous system, you might see some weakness in the hind limbs or even paralysis. Some other symptoms include fever, impaired vision, seizures, coma, inability to swallow, aimless wandering, and walking in circles. There is no specific cure for WMB. What is recommended is supportive veterinary care to reduce the swelling in the nervous system. It can take 5 to 7 days for a horse to start showing signs of recovery, but you must also take into consideration the age and health of the horse at the time of infection. Horses that are recovering may exhibit a sudden recurrence after 3 to 5 days and can either get better with prolonged treatment or may die soon after. With the research done in the last 10 or 15 years, we now have steps that we can take to prevent our horses from being infected with WMB. Scientists have produced a vaccine that is administered by veterinarians, which can help prevent horses from being infected, but there is still a chance they could contract the disease. The best way to help stop the spread of WMB is to reduce exposure to mosquitoes that might be carrying the disease. Using bug repellents and eliminating breeding sites for mosquitoes are some of the steps that can be taken to help prevent your horse from contracting WMB. Mosquitoes lay their eggs in stagnant water, so by cleaning water bowls at least once a week and making sure there are no other areas where water can accumulate without draining could make a difference on if your horses get infected or not. You can see on the figure some of the most common places where you can find stagnant waters. As we can see, the West Nile virus can be very dangerous and easily transmitted, especially in climates like that of Puerto Rico, where it rains year-round. Horse owners should take the necessary steps listed above to avoid their horses from getting infected. Thanks to vaccinations and constant mosquito fumigation, the cases of West Nile virus have reduced in the island, as well as the casualties. We can make a difference if we all work together to prevent diseases like these to keep spreading. So take the necessary steps and protect your horses. These are my references. Thank you.